What up? Jeffrey with all my Bitcoin Renegades. And if you were here earlier, then you saw that giant mess that happened. I wasn't able to unstake my whale tokens. So we sat on the live for like 20 minutes trying to do everything I could to try to figure out how to unstake my whale so that I could buy ghost tokens, because that's how you make money with these tokens. If you want to make money, when whale token goes up and ICP token ghost goes down, you want to sell your whale and buy the ghost. The problem that I had is that my whale tokens were in staking, and then I couldn't unstake them, so I can't trade them for ghosts. So it put me in a really bad situation. It made for it very hard. I had to redo the live stream because it put me in such a bad mood. And then I get overwhelmed with everything that's happening because I'm doing this live. And then I have to do the video over again. I have to remake the whole video, the tags, everything. And that takes like an hour to do just that. So now I have to redo the whole video. And then look, now nobody's here because of all the stuff that happened. And so what it does is it destroys my channel. I'm not able to go into Telegram and talk to the people in the group because somebody has a vendetta for my channel and is turning me in for some stuff on Telegram that I'm supposedly sending them links. So it's just a lot of stuff that all bottled up in one little area and made it hard. So let's just move forward. I'm going to do the video that we planned on doing. We're just not going to be able to trade tokens right now because I can't do it. I let everybody in ICP swap official, so they're on it. That's the most that I can do, but I have to make a different video now because it isn't what I had planned for. So I'm sorry about that, but we will have a good video still nonetheless. We just got to kind of roll with the punches around here. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I know I was in a bad mood earlier because I don't have a lot of money. So when I don't have a lot of money and I can't touch the little bit of money that I do have, it really puts me in a bad place. Like, I need to be able to access my money at any time, especially when I don't have a lot of it. And yeah, so anyway, it was a bad, just bad all the way around. I don't know why, but they will get that tech issue figured out. It was a lot more to it than that. Now, this looks really good, though, on the weekly. Now, we had this massive downtrend right here on the weekly, and then we had this spot right here. If you see from here to here on the RSI, this was a major uptrend right here. And you see, we finally broke out of this area saying that it's undervalued, and we broke out with a nice, massive way. And we've actually been above the simple moving average ever since. And we went back down here to touch the simple moving average again right here, but we didn't go to that low level. So this is very interesting to me. Now, this is what I want to talk about today because this is our new support level at about $7.05. I'd say right around $7. Now, why is this good? Because we were actually sitting at a $6 support for a long time, between about $6 and $7.15. And so now that we are using this, we broke out of that area, used this as a support right here, and now we broke out of the resistance right here, which actually, if we look at the EMA 9, it's at 7.15. So that's our immediate resistance right now that we've actually went up a couple times and tested today. Let's see, the highest we went, yeah, it is 726. So we actually broke out above that today, and now we are below it again. But this is okay. We just started the week. We had two very green candles last week. Now, this is a good thing. If we get two green candles, we might have one red, or this one could just turn green and blast off. Historically, on the weekly chart, if we get two green candles, look at it, every single time that we get two in a row, we have a monumental blast off. It's just the way that the weekly charts work, right? So now we're in that situation again that we find ourselves in, which is really cool, to have two green candles in a row on the weekly. And these are, nice candles, but they're not the big one. And so we might be in for a big, massive candle here. Even if it doesn't happen this week, with the Bitcoin integration coming very soon, this is how I like to see this crypto looking. ICP right now is a really good time to buy tokens, because when the ICP price is at 706, well, say we do get rejected from this and go back down and touch our support level again at 636. Well, then you can sell your ICP tokens back for ICP when it goes to a lower price. And that's why we need these staking features and all of these features to work all the time. We have to be a little bit, give them a little leeway though, because this is new tech and it's just coming out there. And I know it's frustrating sometimes. And if we can get anything off of what just happened, let it be that. Yes, it can be frustrating, but let's just, not get too upset. The money's not going anywhere. That's what I want to reiterate. My whale tokens, yes, I can't take them out of staking right now, but they're not going anywhere. So that's something I do want to say, that we still have our tokens no matter what. The security is flawless. Sometimes the tech doesn't work exactly like we want, but we don't have to worry about our stuff missing, and that is important. So let's go over here and take a look at this RSI real quick before we move on to the daily. We are sitting up at 32.93 on the RSI, and look at this. The simple moving average is right below the 30 level at 29.70 right here. Look at that. We are still below. We're basically oversold, oversold on the weekly simple moving average time frame. So the average price has been oversold, right? So, or is it oversold? Gosh, I always give those back. Anyway, you know what I mean. So it is very, very undervalued on the average. That's what I'm trying to say. So 708 right here. This is looking good. If we can go and break out of 715 and close above that, that would have been good. Let's see where we closed on the week, though. Oh, we closed at 718. Yes, dude, we closed. Okay, let's see. We closed exactly on the EMA 9. Look at that. If you look right up here where it says C, here I can go up and, I can't show you right there, but if you look up top here, it says 718 where it closed, the C up there. And then if you look over at the EMA, 718 on the EMA 9. So we actually closed right on that. I would have liked to see us actually go to like 719 and close, but that's actually a pretty good place to close the week out on. And this is looking super bullish for ICP. Look at this. I mean, if we had another shoulder on the left side, I would be just losing my shiznit. So if we look at this, we're still in this massive ascending triangle, though. That's the cool part about this. We are in bullish momentum in the bear market. I love ICP, guys. Like, I go through challenges sometimes on this channel, but I will never, ever stop my support for ICP. No matter, like, I can deal with tech issues. I can deal with stuff like that. Just know that I might get a little angry or upset sometimes, but it has nothing to do with ICP or you guys. Just certain situations, they're hard, right? So I might do more uploads and stuff because then I can control what you guys see. If you like to see those kind of breakdown, drag out episodes, then I can do more of them. But I don't really like to be that kind of person. That's not me. That's not how I like to be. I love this kind of tech. But I need to learn patience. And I think that's something we all could learn. Because look, if we would have just like, say we bought down here at 550. Well, if we took our profits up here, let's say 650. Right? We made $1 profit on each one of our ICP. If we had 1,000, that'd be like $1,000. But then if you waited a little bit longer, look, it went all the way up to 980. So that is what I'm saying with ICP, especially when it's coming to this kind of breakout area. We're getting to a place where we're going to go one way or another, guys. We're either going to go way up and touch this 10 and, go all the way up and touch this, or we are going to have another retest of the $5.70 range. And so let's move this one for right now. This is what that could look like. If we bounce off of this and then break down, I don't see this happening, but I'm going to be honest with you guys that we could end up going down here and bouncing back up and continuing, or we just break out of this ascending triangle, go down, retouch it, and then blast off. And this is what I'm seeing. Even if we do, end up back down at this level again, we're going to continue getting higher and higher. And if we can just follow this trend all the way up, I mean, we'll be in a good place. Then we could have another ascending triangle kind of right here and see how that would work. And this is all just continuation patterns, right? And that's what I see. That's why I don't think ICP is much of a short-term game right now. In the bull run, you probably could make short-term profits a lot easier. Let's get rid of all this now. But these are the scenarios that I see happening. If we do break our support, then we will probably go back down. We have that $6 support still. So before we do break down to that $5 area, we do have some nice support though. I just wanted to kind of show you the worst case and the best case scenarios. But what I see is we're going to stay in between 6 and 750 for quite a while. Look at this area that we have. Even take this out of there. But this is a big area. See how when we kind of get in this area, when we break out one way or another, that kind of determines where we're going. So I really think that we're looking good in the long term. Now let's go to the daily time frame. And if we are still above these major time frames here, we're good to go. As you see, the EMA 9 is 685. We're blasted off above that. We have the EMA 21 at 676, which is even lower. And this 9 moving above the 21 is why we had this nice pump right here. And now it's actually acting a little bit like an ascending triangle of sorts. Yeah, no, I think we're above that. Yeah, it was an ascending triangle here on the daily, but it looks like we broke out above that now. And I'm sure you could do like a smaller term. Let's do that. Can I? Okay, where is the thing here? There we go. Okay. Now, if we scoot in a little bit closer here and just kind of do this one, we have another ascending triangle on the shorter scale. And we're right at breakout right now. So breakout's like right here at about from 705 to like 710. And if we can break out there, then we will go to that weekly EMA 9, right? And then break out of that at 715. So those are the things I'm going to be looking for a sustained movement. But we can check all week long, though. That's the thing. This is going to be a nice week for ICP and the next couple of months. I'd actually like to see if we can look at the monthly time frame. Okay, as you see, ICP has kind of a crazy month going for it. We have this kind of ascending triangle continuation pattern even on the monthly chart, right? So let me get a couple of these things out of here. We haven't really looked at the monthly because there isn't a lot to it yet, but this is an ascending triangle all day, and that's a continuation pattern. So I would like to see where this actually leads us to. We're kind of at the bottom of the ascending triangle. So that means if we do go to the top, it's going to be anywhere from 840 to a breakout all the way up at 923. So this is what I'd like to see if we do move to the upside. Keep an eye on this monthly time frame, and that will give us a better idea on where we're headed in the macro view. Now, I can't wait to see in like the next year and look at that monthly time frame because that's going to be fire for sure. So yeah, another ascending triangle here on the 4 hour. So let's take it all the way down to the 30-minute. As you see, we had this kind of drop off right here, which is good for sustained movement. We had this kind of bottom. We bottomed out right here and then immediately broke out above all of these time frames again. Now, I do want to go right back to the daily just to look at these EMAs. Let's get that. And then we'll also look at the RSI. Look at that. We bounced off, and now we're testing again. So this is actually really good when it comes to the RSI. Now, let's look at these moving averages, baby, because this is where it's at. 100. 50. All right, so 789 is going to be our EMA 100 now. We are above the EMA 50 at 692. And look, we went right down and touched that as support. Boom. So that EMA 50 is going to be a big level of support for us. Now let's look at this 21 with the 50. Okay, that 21's way down there. So if this 21 ends up going above this 50 right here, that is going to be more continued bullish momentum. So there's a lot of cool, interesting looking stuff. Now let's look at the 4 hour time frames. So we're talking $7 as our EMA 21. We have that as support now, which is really cool. And then below that at 678. Now let's look at the 100 and the 200. Oh, we are above a lot of major support on the 4 hour at 670. Then we're even up a little bit farther on the 50. So a lot of these things are looking really, really good on the 4 hour time frames, guys. And as you see, I was telling you that we were a little bit oversold, like overbought, I mean, on these time frames. So the price had to kind of go down, and it did. And we retested it, and then boom. And this is what we want to see on the 4 hour, is kind of a reset, and then get back above this simple moving average. And we can actually break out again, dude. So this is awesome. I like to see that. 66.35 is the moving average, and we are sitting at 57.47. So what we need is an actual reversal from right here and a retest of that level, and we'll be good to go. Now let's actually look at that on the daily as well, kind of where we're sitting. Yeah, okay, so we're good here. We've actually bounced off support, and hopefully if we bounce off it again, we can keep going. This could break it this time, but what I think is going to happen is it touches it and one more blast off, and then if we touch it again, it'll break. So I really think that this is a good level to be at. 55.07, and the simple moving average is 48. So that is legit. 100 and 200 are clearly above us on the daily. 789. So this is where we want to break out right now. This 789, this is going to be a clear place to send us to $10. If we can get above this, we go to 10. If we fail to break out of this ascending triangle, then we are going to go back down and touch 670. And then if we really get rejected, all the way back down to 630. We have a major level of support now that we broke out of this $7 level. This is now our new support level, which is going to be awesome. I was actually talking about that on my video I did either yesterday or 2 days ago. I was like, okay, if we go to $10, I see us breaking out and taking $8 or $9 as support. Now, if we go up to 10 and get rejected, then we probably will sit at about $8. If we fail to go up and test 10, I think we are going to hopefully turn the $7 level into support. And that's what was happening here. I gave you like 3 different scenarios, and one of them played out accurately. So that's what I would like to see on here. Now let's go to the smaller time frame and just kind of see if we see any patterns. Now, let's get rid of some of this. There is a lot of volatility. I love it. I love the volatile nature of this. Even when staking features don't work out, I mean, it's not the end of the world. It just sucks because I wanted to buy Ghost tokens right now at such a cheap price, but it is what it is. That's part of being in the crypto game, guys. It really is. It can make you upset, but you know, that's why I didn't have the live stream right away afterwards, because I wanted to calm completely down and just come back at this in a different mind frame. I always try to leave situations if I'm feeling overwhelmed, and I suggest that you guys do the same thing in your own lives. If you're feeling overwhelmed in crypto, if like something isn't going your way and you're like, well, if I go away, man, I'm going to lose more money. Well, sometimes it's better to lose a little bit of money than your sanity, right? So that's what I have to say about that. I try to learn lessons on everything that happens, even if it's like the same lesson over and over and over again. So I thank you guys for showing up. I hope I didn't scare Deadman walking off. I was really trying to get his help, because he is the one who really knows about, the staking and making money off of, token pools and stuff. So I was like trying to get his help. I hope I didn't scare him off, though. He's one of the homies. So, okay. New tech is bound to have issues, and that's right. But when you're in your head and in that moment, that's why I say just take an hour. That's all it took me to, get my mind back. I took an hour. I was just like, man, this sucks. It is what it is, though. I can't change that. What do I do from here? And yes, I had to make a new video and do this all over again, but that's not the issue. I think even though I had a hard time with what happened, I think I recovered very well. And that is the whole thing that I'm trying to tell you guys today. Lots of things happen in this life. It's crazy sometimes. Like, we can't predict all the things that are going to happen, but don't ever trade emotionally. Don't ever get to a place where you're just saying things that you don't want to say, and you're trading things you don't want to trade. It can lead to a dangerous place. So all I'm saying is this stuff's awesome. And if it doesn't work right away, just kind of take a walk, man. That's what I've noticed with any crypto. Bitcoin, Ethereum. I've been super mad before with trades, right? And then I go and clear my head, calm down, and then I come and I just kill that next trade. So without, revenge trading. So that's something you got to do, especially with these tokens. You're like, yes, but now is the only time I can get it for this price. And so, yeah. That structure, it is bullish. So that is what I'm looking at with all of ICP right now. I do want to go in and talk about tokens for a second. We're not going to be trading anything, but I do want to look at these charts because as you see, XKNIC right here is at a pretty good level of support. And can I do lines here? Oh, no. Wait, can I do lines? No. So this is a nice level of support. If you see these two wicks right here, well, where it came down to touch right here, we have now found an area of support right here. This, I could even say kind of wick down to it, but not really. But this is a nice level of support with XKNIC. So if I was looking to get into this crypto, I would be looking to get in from this point to this point right here. These are good entry prices, anywhere from this all the way down here, which is 0.006 all the way down to 0.004. Not financial advice, but you can get one wrapped ICP will get you 1,277 XKNIC, and one XKNIC gives you 0.000783 wrapped ICP. Now, these are good to have, even though we don't get a big idea of what's going on. It will tell us where support is, where good buying levels are, how much volume is in here. So this is really good information to have, and you can get it right here on ICP Swap. So now let's go over to the next one, which is going to be NDP. Now, this one found a nice heavy level of support right here. Look at that. Look at all that support it has. Yes, it did have, an initial fall right here, but it found a big level of support, even, blasted off a couple times, brought us all the way up here. And now we find ourselves holding this support again. So I say we might even go up and test this level again, and maybe we'll break out next time. So this might be a good entry point. It's 593 NDP per one wrapped ICP. So that's a pretty good price. This chart looks like a nice, it does look like a descending triangle, but I don't always find these descending triangles on a brand new coin. I find they can be misleading. So I wouldn't really trust this as a descending triangle. What I would be looking for is support and resistance levels, and that's exactly what we've established here. So between 0.012 and 0.013 is a nice support level, even down to 0.011. Now, this is my favorite of the batch, just because I think there's so much money to be made in this one. I like NDP too, and I think there's money to be made in all of these. So when I say that, don't get me wrong. I just think there's more money in this one just because it's a meme coin, and I know how they can just explode and go crazy volatile, and we could end up going to like a 0.001, like lose 001 or 0.1. But now let's establish kind of a price range. This one's a little bit harder to do. Now, if we look at the price up there, 0.00012, let's see, we were up to 1.4 there, 1.7, 1.6, 1.6, 1.5, 1.8. So yeah, we are at a level. This is buying time, not financial advice, common sense, guys. But I would be looking to get in as much as I could in Ghost right now. Like if I had 10 grand, it would go to Ghost right now, at least some of it, probably $1,000, right? So I definitely am looking to get in positions like this. This is when I want to buy. We broke support right here. And then when it broke, we had this candle. Now we found a bottom. And that's when I like to get into my cryptos, man. So I really want to get into this. Hopefully I can trade my whale tokens pretty soon and get me a nice bag of Ghost tokens right now. This is the best price I've seen. It's 60,000 Ghost token per wrapped ICP. That is just ridiculously good. So those are the things that we're going to talk about tonight. I think I just lost a lot of the people that would have shown up with the original live stream. So if you guys could help me by smashing the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this out, please. I think we recovered very well from that situation. It was a bad situation, but ICP looks good. So who cares, right? A little tech issue. I could take a little tech issue all day long. Now, if I can't ever get my whale token out or they disappeared, then I would be prolonged mad, right? But Yeah, I'm not worried about that. So the whale tokens are right where they're supposed to be. Let's hope we can get them out of there. And then I'm gonna buy ghost tokens. Man, if I'm gonna try to get like at least 10 ICP somehow. Maybe I'll sell one of my NFTs or something. So, and next time I have a plan. If anything like that happens again, I'm just shutting the live stream down right away. Like I'll give it a couple minutes, but I don't ever want to lose it like that on the air. That's not me. That's not like I get overwhelmed, and you guys know that. Like if you know me, like I do everything I can to hold it in, but sometimes I just get overwhelmed. And from now on, I'm just going to shut the live stream off if that happens. For both of our sakes, all of our sakes, I should say, both of us. Yeah, the two people that are here. So I'm trying to make this channel more professional. But when other things fail, I'm not trying to make excuses. I didn't handle it very well. And I think I bounced back very well. That's what I have to say about that. I'm not trying to make excuses, guys. So. All right. That being said, you know what time it is. Goodbye and good Bitcoin. Bang!